And we're live with the Waiting Room podcast with our guest this week, Anna Chong. Welcome, Anna.
Okay,
Yay!
mana?
Hi everyone.
Yo.
Hello. Nice to
Hi,
meet you guys
Cha.
again.
Good to see you. It's been a
Yeah.
Cheers,
while.
cheers,
No
cheers.
China.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Get that water in the Anna.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
So, how have you been? How have you been? Like, recently we've just been asking all our guests, like, how have they been managing through this completely abnormal situation that we're all in? Like, so how have you been coping with this abnormal situation, with this pandemic and the lockdowns?
Okay. I'm glad that I'm still living.
Yeah, that's,
Yes.
that's a good start.
Yeah. But when I say this sentence, I really feel it. Last time, maybe if I say this, maybe I just appreciate what I have, But now I really feel my breathe when I wake up. I really have a new start. So, what am I going to do with the life going on? Every day I ask myself like that. So I try to treat every day as a last day of
Wow,
my life like
Good.
that. Yeah.
that's so positive. Like that's completely the antithesis of the way an Irish person looks at a situation like this. Because we just sit and go like, "Fuck's
That's
sake."
why you're so grumpy, lah.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah,
we're just like going to
very.
balls.
It doesn't take long to get to
I
know
know.
you.
I
Uh,
mean,
uh,
like such a positive outlook in a bad situation where I'm just sitting going like, God, I kill everybody.
no,
Go
actually, I
ahead, Anna.
have depression also.
I,
Yes.
Mm.
I, I,
I
Of
have, I
course.
have, I
I
have
think
it.
everybody does. I think it runs in,
Yeah.
especially with anybody who deals with music in any way, shape, or form, or any sort of arts. I think if you're creating anything, I think
No,
generally
lah,
most
but
people.
that yeah. I mean, I'm also a counselor, by the way, Anna. I counsel mental health
Do
in
you?
my
Oh,
uni. Yeah,
Really?
Asmel,
I'm a
wait.
volunteer. I'm a
come
Asmel, you
volunteer
wait.
here,
counselor,
please.
man.
Asmel
Yeah. So,
waits 45 episodes to tell us he's a counselor.
Wow.
yeah, but I can understand. Yeah,
Asmo's going to
this,
get a lot of phone calls this week, and he's not going to like any one of them.
yeah,
Give it a hotline call
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Correct.
Phone this, please. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think depression just runs throughout the creative industry,
yeah.
very, very richly. Like, because I certainly have
But
dealt
of
with
course,
it.
yeah. But of course, with this pandemic, I mean, that's the unspoken cost aside the
Yeah,
economic is the psychological, right?
yeah. The mental health
Yeah.
aspect of this pandemic, it's
Yep,
definitely,
yep.
it's definitely really deep. Like, so have you been? How have you
Anna,
been
did you. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Brenton.
Anna, did you say you have a question just now?
No,
No.
obviously not.
Okay, I heard wrong. I heard wrong.
So how
Sorry, continue.
what have you been doing to help manage your mental health during this period? Have you been doing things to ensure that you don't
Um,
let yourself go into that hole of depression? Because we all know
Yeah.
it's so easy to go into that hole because
yes.
it's there all the time. Like, so what have you been doing to help yourself?
Actually, I'm a mother. I have a kid who is 4 years old, and I try to learn with the kid.
That's a good.
Try
Like,
to
Great.
learn with the kid and get the happiness from within, from inside. So
yeah,
don't expect anything. Put down every expectation, and uh, be as a kid. Learn to live easily. I know it is very hard because I need to take care a lot of things. I need to
yeah,
cook every day. When I cook, when I prepare breakfast, I need to think what I'm gonna cook for the lunch and start to
Of course.
defrost the thing.
yeah.
When after I cook the lunch, I need to start think of what to cook for dinner, and all this tedious work repeat every day. And I wish I can tap out every day, but the financial You know,
Yeah.
tapao is
Completely
not
understand.
not cheap,
Yeah.
Completely
not
understand.
cheap, and it's very troublesome also. And when you tapao, you need to preheat the food again, and then you worry about the virus, and
Yeah.
you have lots of things to think.
True. True.
So, so I try to cook. I try to tell myself, it's just cooking. So you still have life to cook. You should appreciate. You shouldn't blame anything. So when I started to blame, I always talk to myself lah. So, I'm living with a family with of three. Me, my husband, and my son. Actually, I feel a bit lonely too because whenever our son sleep, me and my husband, we both need me time.
Of course.
Yes. Understand.
We both
Understand.
we both go to our own room. This is my room, my
Your little studio.
Ah.
station. Yeah. So we both go to our own room, and we just want to do our thing without disturb. You know. So we don't want to talk. Not because we don't want to talk, because we are tired. We need
Yes.
to keep quiet and calm ourselves down
But
by
you've
watching YouTube or anything.
that seems to be that you've reached
Totally.
an understanding, a really good understanding that you both know that you need to at certain points you just need to go away from that each space
Or
just
dude,
to
if you're a
do
parent,
that.
you got to, man. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've got twins. I got twins, 5 years old, one boy, one girl. Wife works at home. So, and I understand completely that me time. And I think as a really understanding couple, you do understand that, it's not that I don't care, but you have to recharge. I think that's
Yes,
very
recharged. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Asmal does this podcast to recharge. This is his power bank. not not
among
really.
many things, not just
Not really,
this.
no.
Yes, yeah, not just
Uh, but I feel you, Anna. Yeah.
yeah. So
But I
no,
think
Boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
like even with the
You got a boy, right? 4-year-old boy, right?
the boy is a boy.
Yeah, yeah, 4 years old. I can imagine he's starting to, yeah. Wait till he's reach 5.
is he a mummy's
Uh,
boy? Is he mummy's boy? Or is
of
he
course
daddy's
he is.
boy?
Is a mommy's boy.
Of course,
Is a mommy's
we're
boy.
all mummy's boys.
Yeah. So especially during pandemic, the kid cannot go to school or cannot go to
Yes.
nursery. So I have to be the teacher as well. And
Yeah.
I'm not trained to be a teacher to teach a kid.
Yes.
It's totally different
Different.
when you teach an adult or you give a composing class, you know. So so I'm I think this is the most challenging part for me to learn as a mother, because I have been into working everywhere, concerts or performance or so recordings or many jobs lah actually. So to me, as a mother is the toughest, and yeah, it's the toughest task I've ever done. So I need to learn to teach the kid. Some more, I need to learn to uh, build up, how to say, to increase my tolerance and patience.
Oh, yes.
Because you are talking to a kid, a toddler, and
Yeah.
he don't understand, yeah, and he couldn't understand why you are angry, why you ask me to keep clean up all the messy thing. This is my exhibition. This
Yeah.
is my
That's
thought, you know.
true.
Yeah, so I need
Look
to.
what I did today. Look at this. How
Yeah.
do you not enjoy my artwork today?
Yes.
No, I don't. I don't like your artwork today at all.
We first thing we see is like,
No. Yeah. At
Like
first, I really like like feel annoyed with all this messy, but slowly I I kind of feel that this is because he throw up his temper when I started to keep the thing, and I can read his mind that I'm destroying his thing, his exhibition kind of thing, his installation.
Yeah.
So but I still have to teach the discipline.
Yeah,
You
of
cannot
course.
Of
just
course.
mess up the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are part of the family, so you need to learn to keep your toys, your books. So I read the books, or read the reference from the internet on how to talk with a kid or anything. But at the same time, I realize I have lots of childhood shadow, childhood, how to say, the
Memories.
dark side of my childhood,
Yeah,
that
you,
how
you
Dark
my
side. Yeah,
parents
of course.
teachers is
yeah,
always
Yeah.
you've got the underlying stuff of how your parents raised you. So
yes,
But really, man,
you're going off what
when you
they
have a
did.
kid, when you have kids, right? Really, guys, is right. You realize that you reflect, how was I
yeah,
brought up?
reflect
That becomes
afterward.
you might think it's normal now, but you do it in a side. But this is like when you're looking at it, like how you
I'm
gather your
just
reaction, right? It's
I'm
like
already
whoa.
reflecting just listening to you all
Yeah,
talk
exactly.
about raising kids. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
man, what a horrible kid I must have been to my
Listen.
parents.
I was
No, no,
the
but hey,
I was
sometimes
the
that's a funny moment. That's a funny moment. Hey, look, the kid look like you angry. That's only like shit. That's what I did last time.
I was
I
the
see my parents. They're
biggest
smiling at me.
nightmare. I was a nightmare. I was an absolute savage as a kid. Like I used to take off my nappy and then paint the walls with. You can guess what I painted the walls with. Like,
Oh,
literally,
Oh,
that's
they.
the exhibition you don't want to see.
That's
Your
not.
exhibition is a bit more hardcore. It's more New York.
Hardcore.
That yeah. That Anna, my installations were fucking permanent. They would have literally have to be removed and
Oh,
sprayed down. Like, but yeah, I was a nightmare. So like, we I think we can all. But I can understand you saying that you're the remnants of how your parents brought you up. Then you start thinking, well,
Reflect.
do you even think, oh well, I'm giving it my kid easy. I didn't get this easy. Like I was told no, no, no all the time. He's getting it good compared to me. Like so yeah. I think we can understand that. Even
Yeah,
though
then
we
you
don't have
reflect.
kids.
Look at how I turned out. And then you
yeah,
think
and
like,
then
well, maybe
and
I
then
don't want to do that.
exactly.
No, then but it needs disciplining right now. You can't ponder too long. You don't have a week to think about it. Let me think about it. No,
and then
now.
you think about
Yes,
like how our parents used to say, man, you don't know how my parents raised us and how
Yes.
y'all have it easy,
Yeah, there was
So
no
our
there was
grandparents must have been giving our parents hell.
there was no books.
Oh
There was
man.
no books.
I
There's no
think that's why
YouTube
we have
videos.
children. It's just that so we can sound our kids. You don't know how. No? So you just continue that.
But
Oh
Interesting.
man.
Interesting.
But how is the boy?
Uh,
Like is he coping well with the lockdown? Your son has he like?
yeah. Especially because he's alone at home, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have
yeah.
siblings, and so he's got like he's got you as the authority figure. You're essentially his mom. But like, how is he coping? Like not like with periods of not seeing friends or not seeing like cousins or anything like that. Is he okay?
Is very very okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
Surprisingly,
that's good.
let's say, because I don't have more jobs, means I don't have more income, so I
Yeah,
cannot spend money simply buy the toys and keep
yeah,
making him busy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So so basically, one toy can sustain quite long. So I don't agree to keep on buying a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
new stuff to keep him fresh.
Yeah.
So
Plus, he
I
doesn't he
only
doesn't
give
he doesn't cry for other new toys. He seems to be
right,
content.
Yeah.
He's got a toy.
right.
This is my toy. I'm happy with this toy for whatever length of time until I get a new toy. Like, so
Yes.
he's not spoiled then, which is good.
Let's
Actually,
say
adults get it wrong. Yeah, we think kids need toys.
kids.
Yeah, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
they can
yeah.
have one thing, and like you buy a toy, they don't want the toy, they play with the box. when they were younger. Like.
Exactly.
Just buy a box, guys.
Exactly. Let's say I just bought let's say I just bought this color.
Yeah.
I just bought this color. So I only have this color, so we're gonna play this for a week. A week, 7 days. So how you gonna to play this one? So sometimes he draw, but sometimes he feels boring, keep drawing. So he will open up all the pen, all the color, open up, open up, and so many, and hold with his two tiny hands, and he started to imagine it's a candle. He's saying happy birthday.
Oh
He
God.
started to imagine.
Your son's thinking
And then-
ahead, 4 steps.
uh,
Get him playing chess. Get him playing chess right now. He's ready thinking ahead. It's 2 or 3 steps.
Yeah. So sometimes he look at the green color, and then he will start to like make a movement, and then he say this is a starfish or what, or dinosaur or what, because it's in green color, and he started this imagination. So
yeah.
I think this is good.
That's great. Where you're allowed
That's
his imagination
healthy.
to work. Yeah, it's very healthy.
Yeah.
Rather than
Children's
stuck on an iPad or a computer where he's like
Oh,
just
yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
You're actually
Stay away,
allowing
stay
his
away.
imagination to flow with itself, like, which is great for kids. Like,
Yeah.
Is that
Because
My kids
like
get banned.
Yeah.
We banned the pet. They
I
don't.
think
They don't
Brandon's gonna
play
ask
at all.
like, is the art at the back?
is that his artwork at the back?
Behind there.
your right shoulder, Anna.
sorry?
Your right
At the
shoulder.
back, behind
your
you.
right shoulder.
On
Your right shoulder.
oh, this
Is that his painting?
Yeah, my son's painting.
That's your right. Well, bring it
There
up.
you
Bring it up.
go. Beautiful.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
He just
No,
bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Yeah.
Careful. Careful with your headphones.
Oh, you.
His homework. Oh, nice, man.
Yeah,
Is that
that's a good
acrylic?
art, yeah.
Wow. Wow, oil paint.
I think it's using all those marker pen.
Yeah, he's just going crazy.
Marker pen and smudge it into looks like oil. Gee. Wow, that's the art itself. Nice, man. Is that oil or is that a marker?
Mainly crayon.
Huh?
Crayon.
Mainly
Fantastic.
crayon.
Crayon. Wow.
Has-
Smash that crayon up. So
So
nice.
His medium's crayon then. At the moment, his medium's crayon. Like, so, like,
Crayon.
it's a good medium.
Sometimes it's
He must
carpet,
have.
sometimes it's wall.
Yeah,
He
my
must have
old-
tried to eat the crayon lah at some point.
He did. He eats stickers.
We all did.
He
We all did.
eat the crayon. He eats the eats the poo poo. Nearly. You know, because my son 4 years old, and boys always grow slower than girls,
Yes.
right? So
mental
4 years
maturity.
old,
Mental maturity. Yeah, our mental
Yeah,
maturity is
mental-
way slower than girls. Way slower.
way
than girls.
slower.
You know, but some physical too. You see it different. Yeah.
Yeah. So 4 years old, he just started to train without train to not wear the diaper.
Really?
Ah,
Okay.
So
That's good.
so throughout this pandemic, since 1st of June, right?
Yeah.
1st of June,
Yep.
he didn't wear the diaper, just the pants. So suddenly he wants to poo, and then he doesn't know what to do. So he will just settle the poo, just and then suddenly he saw the pool out. He's so scared. What is this? Hell! And then he started to step on another place.
Oh
and-
boy.
Oh, pool again. Oh, what is this? And then he go run, and then so many poo, tok 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 tok. And then slowly he's scared of the poo. What is this? And then
It's like he's
step on
chasing
the
him.
pool, step and run. He didn't know he stepped
Oh,
on the pool, and then
man.
he run. The whole house is shit.
There you go.
And pee
Literally.
also,
Lovely.
because when
Lovely.
you poo, the pee also
Yeah.
coming out.
See,
Yes, yes.
Oh,
see.
man, where were
Hey,
y'all when?
hey,
Where
Derek,
were the
you're not
two
far
of
away,
you?
Derek.
I know, I'm not far away. At least I knew what I was doing. I was taking off my napkin, going like, wall, shit. Yeah, this I can paint with this nonsense. Yeah.
So, uh, just two of us, just me and my husband. So basically, my husband is working. Working means in his own room.
Yeah.
Weekday from Monday to Friday, morning until 5 p.m. So
Okay.
after
Wow.
5 p.m. he will comes out to help me here and there lah. So basically Monday to Friday, I am
Whole day.
a mother. I'm a mother. So
Wow.
Saturday and Sunday, I told my husband I need to rest.
We
Of
understand.
So
course.
these 2 days will be my rest day. I will lock myself here in this room to try to compose, try to practice guitar. And recently, I took a lesson, a
Nice.
course. I start to learn Konoko, the Indian
Oh.
takadimi
Wow.
takadimi
Okay,
takadimi
okay, okay. Nice,
takadimi
nice.
Oh,
Who did you learn from?
that kind of,
Santosh?
Wow.
huh?
Who did you learn from? Was
Sorry?
it not from Santosh, was it?
No, Prakash Kandasamy.
Anybody know?
Cool.
Prakash is from
Okay.
Temple of Arts.
Fine
Temple
arts,
of
fine
Fine
art,
Arts.
type of
Fine
fine
arts,
art.
temples of
Yeah.
fine arts.
Cool,
So
cool.
it's Hindu Indian rhythms then, essentially.
Hindu rhythm.
Hindu
Nice,
rhythms, yeah.
nice,
Yes,
Nice.
yes. You
nice.
use mouth to speak
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, since I was secondary school, I was I was a drummer in a concert band.
Okay.
So I
Ah,
love
okay,
rhythm a lot since I'm young, since I'm a kid. I love rhythm
okay.
more than the melody. So I love to read the score, the rhythm score more than the melody score.
The note. Okay,
The
okay.
notes, yeah. So I love rhythm a lot, but I don't know why I pick up guitar and start
But that's
compose.
why. Is that why you're? That's probably a good explanation why your own songs are very rhythmic. There's a cadence.
Mm.
There's a kind of like a step and cadence to a flow to your songs that are very rhythmically
The
pronounced.
songwriting.
Yeah, it ain't the usual like just strumming songs. There's an actual cadence to your songs. And probably because you do love rhythm songs or rhythm more than actual melodies, which is yeah, it's understandable now.
The
How long
rhythm,
you been doing these lessons? How been doing? How long?
already almost 3 months. Almost three
Oh, nice.
months. Uh,
Okay.
so because I want I wanted to pay, pay the tuition fee
Yeah.
to push myself as a dynamic to push myself forward. Otherwise, I will be every day telling you I'm tired, I'm so tired, I need to rest, and so I force myself to take a class
Yeah.
so that I need
So
to
you
do
can justify
assignment.
the money, like you paid the money, so now
Exactly.
you have to do the course to justify the fact you forked out this amount of money. So then you
Yeah.
have to do the course. It's a good because you're already preempting, so you can
You reverse psychology yourself.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't say I'm tired. So you can't give the excuse I'm tired because you've already paid this money. This is to stop you from giving yourself your own excuse of being tired. Which is pure reverse psychology and it's very good. You're pushing yourself on, like you're forcing yourself to not be excused, which is good.
Being stopped here or not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know lah. So
True,
actually,
true.
other than pushing myself, the other important reason is I'm quite lost by doing the household work, repeat
Mm.
and repeat again. So
True, true.
I getting lost the happiness in in my life. So I want to do something for my own, for myself.
You
Because
gotta
every
have
day I just put all out for the family, for the kids, for the cleaning, like a maid. So I really want to
Yeah,
enjoy.
don't worry about it. Just see it as, d- listen, I'm doing the exact same thing for my wife. My wife's the breadwinner at the moment because like there's no live selling jobs. There's very few other jobs. I don't have a lot of work, so I do all the cooking and cleaning. So this is how this is how you see it.
You don't have a
I
kid.
didn't know you
I don't have
manage.
a kid.
Eh,
I know I don't have a kid,
Yeah,
so that variable isn't in it. But like the cooking and cleaning, so
that's a huge
you
variable.
just see it. As you're just taking. It's a stepping stone at the moment because music's going to come back. So you're doing what needed to be done for the family. I'm doing what's needed to be done. They take the strain off Marina, so you just do what needs to be done at the moment, and then when music comes back, you can come back and do it and start doing it again. So like, it's going to come back. Like, don't see it as you're regressing yourself. Just you're doing stuff. But even if you're cooking and cleaning for the family, you're still doing something good. It is still benefiting your family what you're doing. Like, it
yeah,
isn't
no,
a
but I
bad
think
thing.
what Anna's getting is not that she's seeing it as negative because I can feel where you the feel, you know, it's like because you're doing it is because it's you know, you're a parent, right? Your mother, your father, and you know, you do it out of it's love. It's not so much like, oh, I'm gonna swipe the floor again, you know. It's more like
No, no,
you
no.
do it because yeah, you gotta keep the ship sailing, right? Yeah. So
Yes.
you need that space and like you said, that time to
Yes. Because
very
before
important.
I become a mother, I am a musician. I I put all my energy to focus on the music. I used to be living in this career driven life,
Yep.
but now already 4 years I put aside all
Mm.
my passion and learn something new. So now my kid's growing a little bit bigger. I
Yeah.
mean, bigger means he can play by his own,
Yeah.
and he willing to follow his dad. That's most importantly.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah, mama.
daddy can switch with me sometimes. So that's why I learned something because I stopped composing for 4 years. That's quite long for me because I
Wow.
think
Oh.
composing needs to practice.
Yeah.
Once your
Yeah.
brain stop, he need to start up the engine again.
Of
So
course.
so I it's like I have an expectation on what I want to compose, but my practical skill is not there yet. It's like you cannot chase the train anymore. The train is going so far, which is the ear. The ear want to hear that thing, but I
Yeah.
can't achieve the thing yet. So I slow down and input myself, learn,
Mm.
learn whatever. So basically, I want to improve my vocal. Although
Okay.
I am my main instrument is vocal, so I want to improve my vocal, but uh, I always feel Indian music is fascinating. It's like, oh wow, and then you doesn't know what they have done, and wow, and then I got
Yes.
no idea what is the detail inside, but I can feel it. I truly appreciate it like that.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
so I started to go to YouTube, self learn the corner call, and follow
Uh-huh.
the master or anything. But I noticed that because when I practice myself, don't have anyone to tell me whether my pronunciation is correct or wrong, because the Indian the accent is very important.
Yeah.
So when I found a teacher and only I noticed it's not it's not that you can follow or count the beats then you are done. It's not that. It's not only that. It's the tonguing. Your tongue have to learn to dance.
Yeah.
The tongue have to learn to
Yes.
dance, and then your breathing, how to cope with all these long phrases, and your mind is still there.
You
The
understand?
tapping, and then
Yeah.
the tongue. Oh, this is totally new to a vocalist to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
You're rewiring. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I so I feel happy. I'm so happy to be a student again, to start from
Good.
zero
Good.
and
Yeah.
and learn. So it's so good. I feel so good to input. I mean, I feel so good to be able to learn things other than just I mean, output all the
Yes,
energy.
yes, yes.
When I Zoom with a teacher, it's so happy to sit down and listen to
Be the
someone
be
talk.
the sponge. You're finally
Huh?
the sponge again. The
Yeah, yeah,
sponge.
yeah.
You're the
Yes,
sponge
I'm
again.
the
Like
sponge
you're a
again.
sponge again. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
to
good.
listen. Yeah.
Okay, Anna. So we've reached the end of the
That's
first part
cool.
of the podcast. So the second part, I think it's a good step to go. Just go right into your own music. So we'll just go into your own songs. Especially, I want to know about how you started to come up with your own language for your own songs, because I think
Yeah.
everybody who's ever heard.
Second half of the podcast, you just speak in your own
Yeah,
language.
yeah. Anybody who's
We want to
ever,
learn. We want to learn too.
I
The
think
language.
anybody who's ever had the privilege of witnessing an Anna Chong gig wants to know how you've come up with your own language for your own
Yeah,
songs.
that's very true.
Because all of us just stand in awe of your own live performances in that language. So the second half of the podcast will be all about your music and your own language and where that came from. So we'll take a 10-minute break here, guys, and then we'll be back for the second half of the show. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Cool.
Okay, so and we're back with part two of the Anna Chong podcast. Welcome back, Anna. Thank you for
Welcome back.
staying with us. So, your own music. So, when did you start your own singer songwriter? When did you decide? Okay, I'm going to start doing my own music. Were you in bands in your teenage years, and then you just kind of slowly started going to writing your own songs, or how did your own songwriting ability evolve?
The journey.
Used to I used to go for singing competition since I'm kindergarten.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Wow.
Did for years, like 6 to 8 years.
Oh.
whoa.
6 to 8 years, yeah. Yes, my house got a lot of trophies. And then I actually
You don't mean to
got
boast, like, but your house has got a lot of trophies.
a lot of metal. Yeah. So actually I got nearly, but it's
Sorry,
nothing to say.
sorry. I just noticed Brendan
What
fucking
the-
trying to cover his teeth there. He's kind of like he was smiling too much.
It's
Brendan, don't be smiling too much. Go ahead, Anna. Sorry.
If at any point during the show, Anna, you need a translator for Derek, just put your hand up.
or if you, or Brendan's
Just
teeth,
wave.
or Brendan's
Or
teeth
if
are
you need
hypnotic.
sunglasses,
Yeah,
every
Brendan's
time
teeth
I
are too
smile.
hypnotic. It's okay. just say something. Say like kind of like.
I think I just get this light out. Just get this
no,
light out.
please don't put it back. Put it back. I'm so handsome.
Oh, he's so handsome. He's so handsome. He is so handsome.
The background so nice. Yeah, I like
Ah,
the
man.
green. Is it the
His wall,
emerald?
Do you
His wall
realize?
very nice.
Do you know he just painted his wall? He just painted his
Oh,
wall recently. Like,
you pink.
Yeah, it just painted
it's
the wall
been,
recently.
I painted my wall in January, I think, or February.
Still
But
new, not a year yet.
yeah, but
The
the color is, I don't know, it's some blue, green, teal thing.
aquamarine. It's good.
emerald.
But
It goes
everybody
with it goes with the skin
likes it.
tone. It goes with the skin tone. It's very nice.
It goes with the skin
Yeah,
tone.
it goes with the skin tone. And it shows off his teeth especially well. It's fantastic.
Okay, I'll be honest with you all. Okay,
You got your teeth done today.
for the last month or so, there's this natural toothpaste called Charcology.
Ah,
Oh, use charcoal. Okay,
yeah. Marina
charcoal
uses
was
Marina
very,
uses that as well. Marina uses.
Yeah.
I used to use
so-
real ash to brush my teeth when I was a kid. It does clean. No, really, real ash. Don't need fancy.
Really,
also.
real
Yeah.
ash.
Yeah.
just
It's the
crush
same
the ash
thing.
and
What you're
send
doing
them
is just
towards-
grinding it off your teeth. I have
I
a
mean,
friend-
of course, the camera is enhancing it, lah. It's
Yeah.
not this white. It helps that my skin tone is dark also. That's why the white stands out even more. This all I planned. I planned
Plans
today. I
and
was
all.
like,
Plans and
I should
all.
wear a black shirt so my teeth will stick out.
I think you already got some toothpaste product placing can happen here.
Yeah, that's why my teeth. That's why my teeth look like shit because my skin color is whiter than my teeth. So like,
I'm also, I also
What I can do.
actually, I also actually stopped smoking. So
Good man.
Oh, you
That's like-
smoke?
Raise a glass to that.
yeah, I
Toast
used
that.
to bad habit. So now it's like 3 months clean,
Wow.
nothing.
Cold
So
turkey.
Good man.
Oh, great. to
I'm
hear.
going for 1 year lah.
Good
It's
man.
great. I've never felt better. Yeah,
Good man.
it's good. I cannot believe I smoked so long in my life.
Anyway,
We have to
Now got
edit
COVID.
it.
yeah, you.
Now got COVID.
It
Oh man,
hurts your lungs. It's like you. COVID
Oh, you gotta keep your
also.
lungs. Yeah.
gotta
That's
keep
true, that's
lungs.
true.
So anyway,
Okay,
Anna, back to
Oh yeah,
your
back to your
musical
trophy.
journey.
Trophy.
Trophy.
Yeah, sorry, your trophies. Yeah.
Your parents' house full of giant trophies and medals and everything where you can't move for them. Tell us about that.
Okay. It's when I say this, I feel like I'm kind of show off. But it is a truth, and I didn't expose this story much. But I try to be very honest here. So I nearly got 200 champions
Wow.
in my
What?
house. 200.
200.
200, yeah.
Wow.
Trophies.
I mean,
Wow.
the trophies is
There's
more
no
than
there's no
200 of
participation
course.
medals in Anna Chong's
Whoa.
house. There is no participation medals in Anna Chong's house.
What is the lowest?
The
Lowest.
price?
Third.
Yeah. Low.
No. It's no price.
Oh, it's
Oh no,
not bad.
okay, you
Not
just
even-
win or
not
nothing,
even
right?
that.
It's win or
Win or
nothing. I'm
nothing.
number
Yeah,
one or
nothing.
nothing.
See, that's the way it
What
should
you
be.
want to give me?
That's
you
how
want to give me
trophies
second
should be,
place?
yeah.
I'm going. I'm
Merit-
out of here.
Pure meritocracy. Meritocracy. She's the best.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody
it,
else
enough.
doesn't
Yeah.
care. Like, see,
That's like the Olympics of vocals.
See, yeah, the Olympics of vocals, like that's the way it is. Meritocracy. Best singer, everybody else, fuck off.
So you were Olympian. You were Olympian singer. I mean,
No, no, no.
you were going to a lot of
no.
contests.
Actually, last time the competitor not much. you know, maybe
The
just
competition was
few.
shit then. That's what you're
Yeah.
saying. The competition.
It's like everybody
else-
sucked.
Everybody sucked. Like, what Anna just said there now goes, I was quite good, but everybody else just was terrible. Like that's what.
And
that's
they
what
only
the
had
problem
budget
is.
for one trophy. They
Yeah,
only
one
had budget.
budget for one trophy. Everybody sucked. Like it was back in Mahathir's time. There was only budget for one trophy. Everybody else sucked. Like so, like we couldn't really. It was terrible. Like
Side jab at our government, just a bit.
Past government is fine. It's in the past. Okay, anyway, go.
Continue, please.
So yeah, so many champions, but when I one day my friend composed a lot, and then he said, "Wow, you sing so well. Come, help me sing demo." When I sing demo, I started to think, which voice I'm gonna use? I'm gonna use Coco Lee's voice or Ame's voice or this voice or this one because I can imitate so well when I sing this artist song. I can sing very similar to it or you know,
Yeah.
but I can't sing better than this. I can imitate nearly 99%.
okay.
But when the demo singing career, the experience started, I kind of lost because I don't know how to sing. I don't know.
Well, you didn't know.
Makes
You,
sense.
voice.
you didn't know where
I
your,
don't-
your own voice,
Your
yeah.
own voice. Where your own voice
which
was.
is my own voice.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and then when I have my very last competition in my life, which is when I was 17 years old, 17, which is I Form 5. I went to a competition in Cheras, the what mall already, and then they have
Leisure
a
Mall.
talent. Yes, Leisure Mall. They have a singing section, and then they have a talent section. So the talent, you only the top 10. You sing first, and then they choose the top 10 on the spot, and then you need to showcase your talent. So anyhow, you need to prepare your talent no matter what. When you goes to the final, right? So I started to think, what is my talent besides singing? Imitate. So my mom did bought me a guitar, a classical guitar. So I started to play C chord, ding 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 ding, and then I try to compose. I start to compose. The team I compose is all the top ten finalists. I will need to compose their name on the spot. Whoever got into top 10, and then I use their name to expand the the meaning, the
Ah,
Oh, so you were doing
brainstem.
this at the
wow,
competition?
Yes,
wow,
on the
Holy
spot.
shit!
wow, wow.
On the spot, but the melody I plan
Adiga.
already. I planned the
Oh, the
melody.
melody was
But the
there.
yeah, it's there already. But the lyrics, because I don't know who will be the finalists, so
Yeah.
I keep this blank, and then I just do whatever
That's
I
such
can
an
do.
intelligent idea.
Nice,
So
nice.
uh, when I go into the top 10, I saw people wow dance like a hip hop, and then they play drums while singing. They do wow, and then when I go up to the stage and then I play the guitar, and then I remember my guitar no pickup one.
So you had to get a microphone.
Ah,
I use the microphone, and then the the judge also cannot hear. They need to come to the
so
stage and
close.
for me to can hear. Very
Absolutely.
very lousy one.
Got
Okay.
sound dah? Got sound?
Pretty cute.
Boleh lah.
Pretty
Got sound?
cute,
Got
man.
Ya,
sound.
got sound dah? Boleh ya.
Got
Ya,
sound.
ya, ya.
Boleh
Ya,
boleh
ya, ya. Boleh ya.
like that lor.
Like
So
that.
I
So how?
I sing. So I sing lor, and who knows, I got the champion again from
Wow.
Just
There
that
you go.
competition.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's
then
the crew. That's literally just yeah.
yes.
I
All the dust
actually,
of the of second and third place all at the back.
so actually my singing part, I'm not the first one. I'm not at the first place. It's
But
the
you're
talent.
creative mind.
Creative,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
talent.
creative
The
mind. Yeah.
marks covered that,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
I got the
Understand.
first back. So when the judges go out and say their comments, they say, "This is brilliant," and blah blah blah, and then I got no idea. Um, Actually, what have I done? I really don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I got no talent at all, I think. So from there, but when I compose, I feel like I can, I can really live in a special space.
Mm, mm.
I don't know how to tell. That was my first time I tried to compose, and then second time, and then third time. Slowly, I started to feel so good when I write my own feeling into a song, and then I sing it out, and then I think maybe because my personality, I'm not too talkative always. I mean, I'm not like
You're very introverted.
Yeah, you're introverted.
yeah, introvert. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
introvert. Yeah.
So I like to, not like lah. I used to keep all the feelings with myself. So I suddenly found that composing is a very good friend. It
Yeah.
listens to me, and then I have this own space, and no one can interrupt me. No one will judge me. No one will criticize
That's a
you
good
or
way to say
anything.
it.
You feel so
It's a really
good.
good way to say it.
And I agree. I completely agree with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's your own it's your own story within yourself. Like it's yours. And there's no one else to critique it but yourself. Like until you release it to the world.
Until you
Until you
If
release
you
it
want
to the
to, no,
world.
if you want to
want
release,
to.
no,
if
it's
you
not-
want
yeah.
to.
If
I mean,
you
I think the
want
whole
to.
point is the whole point is that you're not necessarily making it for others.
No, you're making it for
you.
yourself. You're making it it's entirely for you until you release it to the
Yeah.
world. But until that, it's entirely your space, your own little. You're creating your own universe for yourself, like then you make the decision: am I going to release this to the world? Like, but until then, it's your own little theme.
But it's your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was a lonely kid too, so songwriting was,
Yeah,
like you said, the way you
I
put
have
it.
to
I
say,
think.
yeah, it was very good. Like I, I was just going to say, like Asmil and Fabian as well. You know, we all write our songs.
Yeah, the four of you are all
So,
singer songwriters, so this must be
and I'm sure
very, very
Derek,
close.
I'm sure you yourself have
No,
written in the,
no,
not
no,
even
no.
one. Nah.
No, I was
But not
my
even one.
songwriting was never singer songwriter. It was
Oh,
always
but you
band.
did it.
It
But
was
you
all
tried.
it was always band involved.
Oh,
I never I sat down and wrote riffs because I came from a metal background, but I never sat down. Maybe once, but I never enjoyed it. My strength was being within a band and arranging as
No,
Ah,
but
arranging
don't
songs
mistake
by
it.
yeah.
No, but don't mistake it, because when I was growing up, I didn't know what singer songwriter was. I didn't know what solo
yeah.
is. But it
But
just
Correct.
felt so good
yeah,
when you start playing, right?
there's
Yeah.
certain strengths, and that wasn't mine. I never sat down and
Ah.
went, "Oh, this
Uh,
I'm going to write a song here because I'm feeling a certain way." That's something I never did. It's something
Did
I'm.
you did you ever write a
I wrote
full
some.
song
No,
on the bass?
no. I wrote lyrics way back in the day, but like I wrote some lyrics down in poems, stuff like that way back. But I never sat down and wrote a song on a guitar. It's just
You
not
wrote
something.
poems.
Yeah, I mean, you're chatting about like when I was 12 years old, like it is like, but like,
Come
but
on.
like,
no,
but like,
but that's true. So you're
I,
the band guy, because
I was,
some of
yeah,
us look up to
I,
you guys too.
as a songwriter, it was within the context of a band. I was never a
Band.
singer songwriter, and my strength within that songwriting within a band was the arranger. Was like someone came with a piece of
Group
a
lah.
song. Someone came with a piece of
Yeah.
song. I go, okay, take this, but do it this amount of times, and we can take a bit here and that bit there and that bit there, and I would throw in a riff or a breakdown, and we can do the breakdown, and then we've got a song within half an
Yeah.
hour,
So
and
you're
that's how,
teamwork lah.
yeah,
You're a team guy.
and that's how we used to build songs within any band I was ever in. But
Mm.
as someone, my major problem with not being able to write a song is I can't sing, and for me, for any singer songwriter, I think the ability to sing
That's true.
lends lends to your ability to voice what this voice the music, and my vocals are awful, so I would never sing. So me sitting listen to hear my own squeal will be it's painful, so I don't sing. So like, but you guys are all fantastic. You guys are all really really good singers, you know, right? So you sitting writing a song, you can voice the melodies out and stuff like that. It's easier that way. I just can't sing, so I just refuse to do it like so. But anyway, I think at that stage, Anna, I think we all want to know your own original, your own language. Where did it come from? What is it? Do you have a name for your own language? Like, because if people who are watching the podcast don't know, Anna writes certain songs. Not all songs. You can correct me on this. Not all your songs are in a language that you created yourself. There are certain songs that are in Chinese or English, but there are certain songs in a language of your own creation, correct?
yeah.
Where does that language have a name, and where did it come from?
Okay. Basically, it is not a language. It is not a language. It is a sound. It is a sound. So, because I
Every language is a
language
sound.
is a sound. Yeah.
As long as you're
So
verbalizing it, then it's a language. So like, but you had to create it.
I I kind of created it. Okay, the journey is like okay. I used to write song dominantly. I will focus on the lyrics and the melody, right? These
Mm.
two elements to form a song.
Yeah.
So when I compose, I don't have lyrics yet. I don't have a story. I don't have a language. I will just da da ba da 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 dum ba ding dun dun dun. You will just like hum or flow with whatever you feel that is right. I mean, the mouth shape, the tone, you know. So after that, you would think, okay, now I want people to understand what am I going to convey in this song? What message? I want people to understand my song. So
Yeah.
I will write it in Chinese or English or Malay or anything.
Yeah.
So I practice this um, composing method for more than 10 years. More than 10 years. Actually, I dub for many years also. I doubt that why I can't believe that this kind of words before I fill in the formal language, they are beautiful. They are also beautiful to me.
Yep,
They
yep,
are also
yep.
acceptable to me. Why I keep doubting it? Why I
Mm.
cannot accept it? Actually, there are few songs until today I cannot I fail to fill in any language into the song because the original sound is
Acceptable to you.
is the main
Yeah.
character is the
There you go. It's
Mm.
acceptable to you.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you change the sound of the
Doesn't work.
from voice, it changed the feel. It's very
Mm.
subtle, but I can tell, I myself can tell because I created it.
Yeah.
So one day I tried to compose the other way, but I don't have any method. I don't have any new idea or new method to try or challenge it. So I just tell myself you only have vocal, guitar, and throw all the structures. Means you don't have to think of the verse or pre-chorus or chorus or
Mm.
bridge. No structure, and most importantly, don't repeat the section and just go whatever wherever you can go, you just go. Wherever
Mm.
you can
Flow.
think, you just develop the song, just develop. So I record guitar and sing blah, 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 blah. Got so many sounds in my vocal. I
Mm.
record. At first I also doubt that what am I doing, and then it sounds like so like wanna be like that. But to be frank, throughout these years, whenever I'm at the bottleneck or whenever I don't have idea, I always listen to others people's music to get a reference. So
Mm.
to be honest to myself, do I really create something that is really belongs to me?
Mm.
Belongs from here. It's not get the idea from outside and then polish
Mm.
a bit, change a bit, and make it to your own originals. So
Mm.
I want to be very honest to myself. So many
Mm.
years I already um, try to be a composer, a songwriter, but finally I want to look for something is inside from here. So what I have, what I can create, what is new from the world to the world. I mean, they must have something people already created, right? So what can you create? But I just try whatever you feel good, whatever you can do. You just try to look inside. Don't have to
Mm.
find from the outside. Just
Mm.
find from inside. Just feel from inside. So slowly I listen to all the recordings, and then I join them together, and then I started to spell out all the sound like kurom. Inside got the sound of kurom. Actually, it's the tongue and the om and the vowels and pua and b. Actually, I don't know why I created this sound, but maybe because I am a Malaysian from young. We have to learn at least three language,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
I have my Hakka. My mom is Hokkien, and then we learn Cantonese from the television. So many
True.
language input since I'm
That's
young.
true. That's true.
So it is already a Roja. So yeah, I am a Roja. This is
Yeah,
Malaysian.
yeah,
I am open to everything since I born.
yeah, true.
So why this is acceptable if I have the words, if I has the word um like like it sounds like a Malay or sounds like Indian or sounds like Kadazan or anything.
Mm,
It's totally normal. So
mm,
I
mm.
started to spell out, and when I look at the words, the spelled words, I finally feel so happy that I made up my own lyrics,
Nice.
the words. So that I won't sing. I mean I won't change the sound every time I sing. So I fix it. This is the original sound. It's
Mm,
the
I
sound, it's
get
the
it.
tone, it's the mouth shape.
Mm,
I yeah, flow with natural flow with the music. So I want to embrace what I have inside, and I it's time to listen to myself more than the audience who always
fantastic.
tell me
Yeah,
what to bring
yeah,
them happy, what to sing for them.
I
yeah,
think I
yeah.
think it I
Yeah, I'm
think
right.
it I think it worked really well because anybody who's ever seen you live can testify that we all stood in awe
So it
to your
basically is
songs.
lyrics, lah,
Those
right?
those those songs, your songs are so haunting and so ethereal that we all just stood and just went like, "Holy fucking shit!" Like we're like going like, "This is so good. This is such good." Like anytime, like I've seen you, like I've been involved in at least 4 or 5 gigs where I've been either a monitor engineer or the front of house sound engineer, and it's always been like, "Holy!" We're just looking at each other going, "Ah, that's stupidly good." Like it's real. Like I mean, it's amazing music. Like just I mean, and it doesn't need to make sense to us lyric wise because it doesn't. But the music just envelops you. Like I mean, the melodies, the rhythms, everything just is just there. It's
Yeah, but you
Actually,
nailed it there. Yeah, you nailed it there. Yeah. I mean, the fact that, certain things, language is limited when you think about it because it's shaped by different
yeah,
things, right?
yeah.
you're literally singing from your soul.
Yeah, it's
You're
different.
literally
And
Yeah.
singing from your soul.
and I think music itself is a language to
It is.
to
Oh,
connect
it is
people.
absolutely.
And then
Music's the original
again,
language. The first time fucking
yeah,
proto-humans banged on a stick on a log was the first
yeah.
language. Like of saying to the other guy over there, "Hey, there's something
Fuck
over there.
off.
We you
Yeah, get
fucking
away
we need
from
you."
me.
I
Yeah.
Knock
fuck.
3 times.
Yeah,
And some more.
that's language. That
Before
was
I forgot, sorry, before I forgot the reason why I want to start this exploring my own thing. The journey is in Chinese music scene. It's very common that when you sing a song, people always ask you, what is the meaning? You know,
okay.
so they always want to know the story by or from the words. So if they cannot understand the words, they cannot understand the music. I mean,
So they don't let
I
go.
mean,
Yeah.
in a popular side of Chinese pop scene
Yeah,
audience.
yeah.
So even though, but I'm not saying all. Is I mean generally. So sometimes this question, although I have confidence, but sometimes these questions also will interrupt my thinking. Yeah, why? What is the meaning of writing this song?
Who
So when I
cares?
can't explain anything, when people say what language is this, I will say this is not a language. And what is the meaning? Do you have a meaning of this
They're so
words?
certain. They ask you that question like directly
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
What is the meaning? So I can't answer, but I know what am I doing. This is very important. I slowly like
Yeah,
grounded because you know, you know uh, the process. The process
Yes,
is more important than the
then the
outcome.
meaning. Yeah.
And then when a song is done and then it broadcasts to everyone, everyone listens. Actually, even though you have the lyrics, everyone can think differently. You will
Yeah.
True.
have your experience.
Exactly.
Bring your own interpretations on it.
Of
Yes,
course.
different
Yeah.
interpretations. So
Your
why do
histories.
I exactly? So why do I have to control everyone's thought on how these songs uh, what is this song convey the message? Why is this? Hey, you think no, this song is not about that. No, and keep on arguing.
It's
This
more
is no
abstract
point.
than that.
Yes.
I like to usually make them more confused. If they ask me, "What's the
Yes.
song about?"
Think
Well, yesterday it meant this to me, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's true what you say. When you write a piece, I don't know what I'm writing, but that process of that song arriving is more meaningful. And sometimes you play it, and sometimes your song tells you back what it's about, maybe years later, right? And you realize,
exactly.
Yeah.
and that's very hard to explain to
Exactly.
an audience, right? Because they
Very
think like
hard.
you must know, you must know what you're
Yeah,
writing.
but
You must know your
they're all brought up on the start, the middle, and the end of everything. Like so, everything
That's
needs to
true.
have a finalized ending to it. And on
and
that point of finalized ending, on the end of it, we have come to the end of this podcast. Unfortunately, Anna, like
Fantastic
short,
discussion. Yeah.
we're like
Huh?
so.
Very short. Very
You
short,
we can go one more
We
round.
can go one more round if you want.
Long?
Let's do one more round.
One more round, Anna.
No lah. Give chance to other people also lah.
There's no other people. There's no queue.
It's
There's no
only
queue here.
you.
Like it's only you. Like so there's a list here waiting to get in. Like
Don't have to do for 40 minutes lah. We
Yeah.
can do one more for like 15 minutes.
yeah. Do you want to go for one other couple of minutes? Do you want to keep discussing?
Because I
Well,
didn't
yes.
expect this kind of
Deep discussion.
See, we've got you comfortable now, and you want to
podcast,
keep
is it?
talking. See, we've got you comfortable, and you want to keep talking. This is what we do to people. We hypnotize them. Brendan's teeth hypnotizes people. Like,
I sincerely, I think I am very happy because maybe because I long time didn't talk
okay, then we'll do.
this kind of
Okay, then
topic
we'll do
and
one more round, and then we'll end
Yeah,
it
we
when
do
you
one
feel
more.
comfortable. Okay,
We
so,
don't
One more round.
but
we don't take a break lah. We just jump in. to
Just
the,
jump in straight lah.
give us 1 minute because I need to tantas. So, like,
yeah.
So
Okay.
Oh, so we
2
we can
minutes.
go on now.
2 minute
don't have a
break.
break.
2 minute break, and then we'll jump back.
2
in.
minute break.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
minutes.
2 minute break. Okay.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Okay, don't worry,
now.
Anna,
Everybody
we'll be
go-
back.
Go to toilet.
We're back with part 3 of the Anna Chong podcast.
All
We're
right.
getting to really serious shit right now. So this is where it gets really deep.
because Anna feels lonely.
Yeah.
I want to
So we will do
go.
like about 5 more rounds, okay?
Yeah, like I want to extend the mama session like that.
Understand.
What do you think? Do you think this is Dr. Phil? Do you want to get big high chairs so we can all just sit in, just have a rank discussion in? Like
Oh
this
man,
is not Dr.
remember when we used to be at the mama until the sun came up?
Aiyo.
No need to
Anna.
cry like that. Huh? Yeah.
I've got questions for you.
Whoa. Here we
Okay,
Anna, be prepared. Fabian's
Be
asking the
prepared.
first question of the night.
Oh.
Your answer
Every
may
time-
last 4 days, so just be prepared for this. Fabian's questions. Fabian's questions.
What?
Fabian's questions
wait.
tend to be in deep, so just prepare for the answer. Write down a thesis. Go ahead, Fabian.
Okay.
We'll sit-
Stress
It's not
lah.
it's not deep at all, Anna.
Oh,
we'll sit back.
sorry, I'm not free. I need to leave now. I go back first. I
Yeah.
put the money on
Yeah.
the table. You help me to pay
Pay
my
the ane, huh? You
ice
pay the ane for
cut.
me.
Write out your will.
My
Tell
baby
your
going.
kid you love him. Do some of that first before Fabian answers us. Fucking quick. Go ahead, Fabian. All right, go ahead.
So
Okay.
Anna, like I remember when I first got into the music scene, like this was definitely more than 10 years ago. Like, Brandon and I probably got the scene around the same time. We were performing, playing cover music before we started writing our own stuff. But I've always heard your name, like, Anna Chong, and when Reza Saleh used to have shows, or when the more senior guys, even Zalila and everybody who are already playing in the scene. But I've always known you to be someone who was more of a very singer songwriter, musician, acoustic guitar and all that. But as of late, you've been doing more full band stuff. Uh, and I know because Zalila is playing drums for you, and she also plays drums in my band, Katrika, which is also very
Oh, it's
new.
you. Ah,
It's me.
Zalila
Yeah,
told me also.
yeah.
Okay.
So and when I went on, like, not went online to like listen to your band stuff, I realized that, oh, it is very, very different. It's very progressive rock in a way, kind of heavy. So how did that come about? You know, the difference, right?
Okay. So the question is, from singer songwriter.
How you went
Brandon, you don't
electric?
laugh. Brandon, don't laugh.
That's all.
Brandon, don't laugh. Brandon.
Come on,
Brandon,
Brendan.
your
Don't
teeth.
laugh, lah, Brendan. Please.
I think his question is how did the dynamics of your song
Yeah.
go from being a singer songwriter to a full blown fucking big giant rock song, like, which when you play live, your song
Okay.
does tend to sound dynamically big and huge, like, so, like, I think that's the, like, who's the MD of your music when it comes to the band that takes it from being you and a guitar to you and a full band piece? What's the journey of that?
Okay. Okay, I am the MD of the band. So I compose, I arrange, and I give the charts to them. So, okay, basically, I used to perform solo in any event last time. So, when when I perform really many shows, and suddenly there are some shows they say, Anna, can you make up a band? We want you to perform in trio or sometimes quartet. We have a budget. Okay, so I will be very, very happy to look for a musician
Mm.
always. Yeah, last time I performed solo also because no budget for to hire musician. So
Same lah.
same lah. So
We all
you go
solo.
for your own lah.
Yeah lah.
And just a tiny of a little bit money, you also don't want to share it ma, because
Yeah.
you yourself already feel not the financially is not so good. So you try to just one guitar and your voice, and you try to make the show better,
Jalan lah.
better, like that lah. Jalan lah. So suddenly got festival. They want me to perform, but festival they have a little bit of budget. They want me to make up a band. So I look for Melina, look for Zal. I don't know why I look for Zal. From from last time when I saw her perform, I cannot forget her. I mean,
That's a good reason.
when she plays with Reza the djembe,
Yeah.
wow, the groove is only djembe, it's not the complicated drum set, it's just the djembe. But I move her, I really the groove is so grounded. I don't know how to explain. I remember her when I
And you're a rhythm person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, I feel I can
Yeah,
strongly
you
feel
feel
the
that.
groove from Zalila what she played. So when I have a gig, I can hire a musician. First, I want to try to work with Zalila. She can play djembe also, cajon also, anything. But that time she said she wants to try drum set. I was like, wow, cool. I also trying to play electric guitar because electric guitar can do more dynamics and the effects thing. Although acoustic also can do lah, but because my album I hire some musician to play in a electric guitar. So I try to learn that sound, how to produce that sound. Yeah. So I started to pick up electric guitar. I totally don't know all the electronic stuff, and I learned which effects is which sound, and then Melina always tell me the volume is not correct. Um, this overdrive sound is considered cheap. This considered good sound, expensive sound. This is cheap sound. And then I hear, got different meh? I don't understand.
Yes, like me.
It's so
You
hard, you
didn't
know.
know. That's true.
And then and then she always helped me to tune to adjust the pedals, and then play. She asked me, "You play, you keep playing," and then got different, man. Very hard, I mean, I played several gigs, all considered big in Chinese market, the big festival, Chinese market period. So Sharon, they all followed me to play, um, but I was so guilty to call myself as a electric guitarist, although I played for maybe 5 or 7 festivals already, but I feel so shame on myself to pick up an electric guitar, but I don't know anything. So hard to accept. And then I keep asking, why then why you pick up, you don't have to force yourself to pick up a new instrument, to learn a new thing. Because your acoustic guitar also not very good. You just learn the acoustic guitar lah. Got so many voices in my head, but I tell myself lah, anything comes, just accept it. Just happen to you have the chance, you need to pick up the electric guitar. You just accept that you have to pick up the electric guitar. And someone, Sharon, told me, Anna, stop telling us that you are not an electric guitarist.
Yes. That's a good
Because
advice.
I cannot accept, and then
I can just hear Sharon Chong's fucking mother voice fucking kicking your ass. Anna, stop this!
Stop telling me
Stop this!
Good
No.
advice. Yeah, good advice, man.
Then
Yeah.
they hear that, and then I started to feel the stress. I feel very stressed, and then I feel like, since when I play music and then I feel stressed, but not enjoy anymore.
Yeah.
So whenever I play, or someone asks me, Anna, I have a gig, I want you to perform in band, I will feel super stressed because I need to pick up the electric guitar. And then electric guitar very sensitive, a little bit, a little bit,
Yeah.
you know. It's like not that volume, not enough. It will not function at all. The volume too big, it will spoil everything at all, and spoil my voice also because I cannot hear myself. Because the amp is too big, you know. And then very depressing. Until now, so you saw me the new video in a train with bass, right? So last year MCO, I bought a bass. I bought a Mustang bass because since I was secondary school, I told you I'm a drummer, right? At the rhythm thing, and then I really love the low frequency, uh, the sound, but sometimes low until I cannot figure out what note is that. Too low until I can't sing it out, man. So, but I really like the bass, how the bass keep the groove with the drummer, you know.
It's the
So
ass. It's the ass of the
I
music. It is the
ah,
ass.
the ass of the music,
The
yeah.
ass of the music.
So since secondary school, and then slowly when I was in the university, I started to join some bands, and they play bass. I always say, I really want to try one day. Just try lah, just hobby and try. So this first MCO, I bought my first bass, and I didn't have time to take a course and pay the tuition fee and push myself to learn, But if I have a song, actually when I'm arranging my song, always have bass ma. So I also will compose the bass line through my MIDI controller. But
Yeah.
how about after I compose it, I use the real bass and play it, figure out the finger, where is the one. So slowly, I'm more used to it, all the electronic stuff. And then I started to I started to produce. One thing is I started to produce for other people's. So when you produce, uh, I will I will count lah. Okay, I can play piano, I can play guitar, electric guitar. What I can play. So I will have more chance and time to experiment the electronic stuff,
Yeah.
the the sensitive of the electric guitar, and from there I slowly more understand to my PRS slowly how to pick up. Oh, this pick up like that, this sound, this sound, this sound. Oh, and then slowly, just the same song, just Mana, the video, the train one. I sang for so many times, but I never can play it well. So I want to really back to the old music and play it and practice it. How if I can make up something interesting or fresh or any good things that make me go forward. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, of course, of
Nice.
course. Like you want to make it authentic for yourself. Like you want to make it original and authentic. Like you want to create the original sound for yourself. So like rather than fake it, you're not trying to
Yeah.
fake it.
Or
But I
push
like
it too
how,
hard also.
but it's very organic. I like how Anna's style is very, very organic with every instrument. It's not something like, I just go and get like the best guitarist here or the best bassist here to
It's
just come in
building
and
it up.
session my
It's
stuff.
ground up. It's ground up
Yeah,
every time. Like you build your music completely from the ground.
correct.
You build your foundations, and then you just it's just and it ain't a quick build. It's a very slow build to craft your own music, like which is really
Yeah.
impressive.
Process lah. I think you
Yeah,
you
Process.
you
very.
and you really enjoy that process. I think that's
It
the
requires
Correct.
important.
an awful lot of patience, and most people just throw it by the wayside. But like you seem to like.
But that's why
hold
she
on
goes
to
back to herself. She goes
Mm,
back to herself and says it
absolutely.
comes from
Yeah,
Mama.
yeah.
Comes up
right.
within.
Yeah.
I used to so scared to show that my weakness in front of people. I feel so ashamed. And then actually the video I recently released is the first time I play bass. I know I've not played it in a I mean the finger or anything is so beginner or anything, but it's okay to be a beginner. I think lah, it's
Yeah,
okay to be a beginner. Just
It's
that
it's as long as you're doing
completely.
your own music, I don't care how badly you play. If
It's a
it's your
tool. I
music,
mean,
if it's
to me, all these instruments are a
yeah,
tool.
if you're
it's a tool.
it's a way to
Yeah.
get across what your own sound and your own music. As long as you're not doing covers, if you're doing bad covers, then that's a whole different kettle of fish. But if you're playing your own music, who cares how you get it across? You're doing something original. You're creating something original into the world that was never there before. That's
Some of the best music is not very fancy.
no, at all. It's not
You know,
even.
simplicity.
But I find it interesting lah with your process is also you feel that I'm I mean almost like an imposter, right, trying this out. Yeah, like you feel like I that guilt. You seem to have that guilt,
Yeah,
but
I think
that's interesting because you are constantly but that is where I think the beauty of your process is.
Yeah.
If you too like, yeah, I'm great, and
I
that's
think
not nice. Also, some people actually,
I
do
think I,
that, right?
I think Anna may have some Irish in her because that's a very Irish thing, the imposter syndrome, like I'm not good enough to be doing this. Why am I on the stage in front of fucking human beings listening to me play music? This is not right. It's a very very Irish, very
Interesting,
big
interesting.
self-deprecating thing. Like, but imposter
And I
syndrome.
think,
Imposter syndrome is a very very common thing for a lot of creators, a lot
Yeah,
of
I was
artists.
just
Like,
gonna say, like, I would think it's not just music. It's, I think, anybody who is very much in the arts, because it's not advocated as something substantial
you weren't,
in
yeah,
a
you weren't.
functioning world.
Yeah, you weren't.
So
We weren't brought up saying should be your job by
yeah,
any
nobody
by
says, "Hey,
society.
grow
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
pick up the guitar." It's always a
Or
hobby or
be an
something.
artist. So
So sometimes when you're on stage or whatever it is, like, even if you're like, even if you have the idea of, I want to write a song, even if you're very good at writing
yeah,
and playing the guitar, you also to some level can't can't understand how maybe, hey, what these people who are going to listen to it, what they're going to think. Oh, this is some great thing, like you went and wrote one song. Oh, good
especially
job.
especially if it becomes your job and your career, then
Yeah,
the imposter syndrome really takes over because you're like going like, how did I get here? Am I good enough for this? Like, because no,
correct.
as we said, there's very few people who are brought up by their parents to say, "Oh, this should be your career," or when you went to school, this is what you trained to fucking do. Like, none of like. Well, luckily, I'm sort of doing what I
No, but it's also
trained to
that
do. Like,
nowadays
but like,
that the talent show syndrome is also bad. The kid can't sing, but the parents are like, yeah, you can sing. And then they lose, and then
what?
hey, why he lose?
Yeah,
Mara the judge,
that's
that's also
that,
happening, right?
that's the reverse opposite. That's the helicopter parent
Opposite,
syndrome, was
right?
even worse for a kid. Like, that's even
Ah,
worse
that's what
because
happened now.
at least the way we came through, there was a natural growth in musical and your talent of or your ability to write a song. When you've been told by your parents that you're fucking, oh, you're amazing, amazing, oh, you're fantastic, you're amazing, you're going to be the best, you're going to be the next Michael Jackson, and then you don't when you're
Yeah, I
12
mean
years
the
of age.
indifference can also work well to you. Like you do something, but they're not
Exactly.
impressed.
Like, well, the majority of
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
the majority is, a lot of us just start playing guitar in spite of our parents. Fuck you.
yes,
Yeah. But if you're told by your parents that you're going to be the next musical genius, and then you don't be that, that's a crash
it's
that
the
a kid
worst.
may never recover from. Like,
Yeah, it's
Did
worse.
your parents, any of your parents, play any instruments?
no.
Do you have
But
siblings who are into
yeah, they
music?
force you. They force you or what? Yeah.
Okay,
oh,
my
here we go, psychological time.
basically my parents they are newspaper vendor.
Ah,
Ah.
Okay.
okay.
So they earn very, very little from
Mm.
every newspaper. It's like 20 cents from each
The paper.
newspaper. So they have to accumulate the amounts, they sell as much as possible to get the money for the house, for the and
So
three kids
your
and
parents
everything.
are your parents are just good working class people. I come from working class background back in Ireland. Neither one of my parents went to secondary school, so like
Yeah,
I completely understand. Just
yeah,
good working class people.
working class, yeah.
Yeah, working
Mm.
class people.
So
Mm.
they work and then when I was in nursery, which is I was 3 years old, when because they are so busy in the work, they don't have time to take care of me, so they send me to the nursery, and during the nursery they have a playtime, so everyone can go out to the playground
Playground.
and
Yeah.
play, but I didn't show any interest to play that time. The teacher told my mother, so I always sit in inside because they play music. Oh, So I would rather listen music. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know how to play with the slide or anything. And then the
listen.
teacher feels like this kid a bit something wrong or something like that, and then they will update the parents. They say your kids are don't like to play. Maybe don't know, but he likes to listen to music. Maybe you can try to send her to music school or anything. So my mom don't have any idea. She just sent me to music school, lor, music center, singing one. But at the same time, that time was the course is 45 minutes, 80 ringgit.
Mm.
Wow.
80 ringgit. That time
Okay.
was I was 6 years old. 6 years old lah.
Okay.
So that was a lot of money back at
A lot
A
of
lot.
money,
Yeah,
a lot
man.
of
Yeah.
money back.
especially for a newspaper
Yeah, especially
selling
for working
newspaper.
class
Ah,
people,
man.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
80 ringgit, man. 45 minutes.
Yeah, so I really spend a lot. I mean, by learning a vocal, and that is why my mom very stressed. He wants me to get some results back.
I
I
think
Mm.
cannot just I cannot just spend her money and without and earning she without earning anything. So she sent me to competition,
I think the
but
200
every
medals
time,
was the results. I think your
Yeah.
200 medals was the results that she wanted.
yeah. So whenever I go to the competition, if I make mistake, like if I forgot the lyrics, or I the beats I lost count or anything, sorry mama, um, I will get hit one.
Wow.
Kena very hard one because I make
Mm.
mistake, and then I miss another chance to win. That kind of mental. So I had a very stressful childhood actually. So, but I know that my mom is doing she is creating a right path for me. Without this path, I couldn't be here.
Yeah.
So
True.
it's just that she came from that harsh background, and she doesn't know how to tweak the method or how to educate the kids.
Of course, of
So
course.
so someone she needs to sell newspaper every day, wake up at 4 a.m, so hard life.
Yeah.
And then
Mm.
she wants to brings music
She
into
wants
the
to she
family.
wants to ensure you don't have to get up at 4 a.m. to sell newspapers when you're working age, like, so she wants to
Yeah.
ensure you have a better life than she does, like.
Something
Yes.
like that,
It's
yeah.
hard love, but it's
It's
love
a hard love,
none
it's a
it
very,
but it's
Yes.
love
yeah,
nonetheless, like. So like,
yeah.
when she hit you, it was out of panic anger, rather than that she didn't like you for something. It was panic because she
Yeah.
wanted to ensure that you learned from the mistake. And like, I got hit anytime I made it.
Remember.
Anytime I got fucked up, I got hit all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time, like. But as a
Me too,
kid, like,
man. I was rotan,
Everyone, man,
belt, I
rotan,
bought belt, rotan,
shit, I got the
back
yeah.
the
I got the shit beat out of me
hand.
loads of times, like.
Mm.
And it didn't fucking happen again. Whatever I did to get the shit beat out of me, I didn't do it well. I may have
Yeah,
done
you
it.
remember?
I may have done it once or twice
Yeah.
afterwards, but like, but like,
No,
it
but it's true.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
it was
You
it's true.
remember?
that's but they were learning from what they were learning from what they were learning for what they were learning from. That's what their
Their
parents did.
time.
That was
Yeah.
their grandparents did, and whatever everybody else fucking did. Like, so, like, that's just the way it was.
Exactly.
Like, that's just the way it
Yeah.
was, unfortunately. But like, it wasn't out of hate. It was out of
Of
love and
course.
fear. It was panic,
Yeah.
anger. It's always panic, anger. Like, you did something that made them panic, and they got angry at you, and then they hit you. That's what it was. Like, there is. I have friends who got beat up by parents simply because they hated their kids and they just beat them
Yeah,
up.
lah. That's different, lah. Yeah.
That's
This
different
is
than
of course not. Yeah.
that's different
From
than
this
what we
one.
went through. We went through panic anger. Essentially, it's just we did something stupid. They panicked. They
No,
got
but that's
angry.
just again like Asian parents trying to make sure you get it right, and
Yeah.
the only way they know is yeah.
And
Yeah.
some more is if I win, the money is like few hundreds or 2,000. You
That's
know,
Yeah.
why.
during that
Yeah,
time is
yeah,
really a
a
big
lot.
money,
Hmm.
and she can use this money to buy a new batch of newspaper and then
Which helps the family.
Yeah.
helping the family financial.
Yeah.
So um, I know this is why one of the reasons she sent me to competition as well,
Mm.
but this is not all the reason lah.
Yeah, it's not all the reasons.
So yeah,
It's just an
so
added. It's just an added. Was an added benefit of the reason why she's.
benefits,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bonus lah kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Bonus.
Yeah.
So slowly I went through a lot of competition, and then I don't like to compete because the stress, you know, the stress, and then how to say it's like wait I forgot what I want to continue.
It's okay. It's okay. Take
Let
your
me
time.
take that, man.
Yeah, it's like when I go for competition and I cannot I cannot accept if people is better than me. You
Mm.
know what I mean? When
Mm.
I'm young, so I must be always top of the list, and if I lose, then my mom will go and uh, ask the judge why my daughter lose. Can you tell me the
Mm.
reason and anything? Blah, 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 blah. So I always feel like please don't ask the
Oh,
judge.
Mm.
then you're on the real
I'm
stress.
enough
Like,
of that.
yeah, you're on.
Yes,
Oh,
no more.
yeah.
Oh.
Just leave it. But I cannot tell this to
Because you're so
my
young.
mom. That he was yeah I'm so young.
Yeah.
So I to me no matter how unhappy I am, I have to put on a show. I have to put on a best performance on a performance. No matter how I hate the dresses,
Yeah.
how uncomfortable is the dresses, I still need to dress it because there is a best dress awards. You know,
Oh God.
I have to
Mm.
dress it.
Oh, yeah.
All this dress I have to put on myself, and but at the same time I feel that my mom is so so tired, you know, she alone, just a lady driving a Vira, the car Vira, from Seremban to Penang, and within
Wow.
overnight just drive up and then competition until night, until 11 o'clock p.m. and drive back
Drive back.
until until 3 a.m. or 4 a.m.
And then go to
She
work. Straight
terus go to work,
work.
straight go to work.
Terus jalan.
Yes, yes, this is how my mom told me that
Wow.
how she suffer, how she
Mm.
suffer a lot by training me. So
Yeah.
I
Mm.
know this is a lot of pain, but I
Mm.
can't tell him that I want to stop
Yeah.
compete
Yeah.
because this is the only event that she will feel she can distress. By
Yeah.
Yeah.
looking at me on the stage, she will feel proud. She will put down all the newspaper business, all the stress. He will release stress by
Mm.
looking by watching me perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So seeing the daughter glow to make her feel better. So
Wow.
um, I have this kind of childhood, but I totally understand why
Yeah.
my mom
Yeah.
is actually my mom is a like how you say is a hard love. So I
Yeah.
actually very appreciate that I have this
Well.
kind of childhood because she trained me to be tough,
Yeah.
really tough, and then that is why I don't like to compete now. And then
Mm.
I like composing the talent show, the last competition, the talent show.
Mm.
Suddenly give me a chance to compose that makes me feel like, oh man, finally I don't have to compete with any others. I can just
My
sing
own
whatever
thing.
I want, you know. There is no right or wrong. There is
Yeah.
no first place or second place. Oh, you
It's a release.
you
Wow.
You
release.
finally found it.
Very symbolic, huh?
You
That was your
finally found a
last
way out.
competition
You
ever, huh?
finally found a way out. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if I don't underwent this crazy competition journey, I won't appreciate composing space.
Well, thank God you went through it then.
How much I love to be inside.
Well, we get the benefits of
We
that.
enjoy it.
We
Thank
get the
you.
benefit of that.
Yeah.
Which we're grateful for, Anna. We're grateful for, and we're grateful for you being on this podcast. Which once again we've reached the end
Thank
of
you,
like.
my mom.
Yeah.
So Anna, we've reached the end of the podcast. So we thank you so much for being our guest and for
Thank you.
being
Fantastic
open and
story.
honest with us this week. Like you've
Yeah,
been
I think-
unbelievably forthcoming and honest.
I think you are the one guest that we listened a lot to
Rather
very
than just talk.
quietly. Yeah,
Why?
there was because it was very it was
Your
just
story, right?
very
Oh.
yeah, your stories are
You
very
sto-
they're very
Very
inward. They make you
Yeah.
think about your whatever we spoke about today was very think about your life
yeah,
and
it was
think
an,
about
it was
everything.
it was a nice
Yeah.
it was an introspective podcast, which was good for all of us.
Fantastic.
Very, very good answer.
Yeah.
And your English is
Sorry,
fine.
yeah,
Your English
if
is
I let
fine,
you
so
down.
shut up. No, your English is
No,
fine. so
no,
don't worry
as
about
in
it.
it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
no, it's good.
It's good.
Thank you.
Good. Don't be worried about
Because
it.
a lot of people now we are so distracted with everything happening everywhere else. We don't, the pandemic has
No,
helped us
yeah.
think about our lives even more. And it was just a great podcast, lah. It was just great
Yeah.
talking to you
Absolutely.
and learning about your journey, lah. It was
This podcast was a process too. Like
Yeah.
the way
Yes.
you would
Yeah.
approach the song.
So
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
So Anna Chong, thank you so much for being a guest.
Yep.
What?
Anna,
Thank you very much.
Derek said thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being our guest today.
I
Derek
noticed,
enunciate-
no. I noticed when you say the A is more like aunt and
Aunt.
sang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like we thank you or and. It's
No,
not
no, we
and,
are- we-
but
we-
it's aunt, right?
I'm from Ireland. We
keep
go
on
on.
catch-
I'm
catch
from
that.
Ireland.
You know the Road Runner. You know the Road Runner, the cartoon, the Road Runner. That's
Road
Derek
Runner.
when he's talking. He's just. Trrr, trrr.
No,
Because it's just so
I,
fast,
c-
right?
I compare it to someone chowing on concrete. That's the way we talk.
But you can understand my
Yeah,
English.
your
lah.
English is fine.
Can.
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 Can
Bye.
definitely can.
So
Better than Derek. I also don't know what he said.
Your teeth, close your teeth. You don't
man.
talk and friends don't talk.
I'm gonna
No,
keep
no.
this light all the time for you all now.
Okay, so Anna Chong podcast, we are over and out. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
for
Yeah.
having me. Thank you so much for how to say talking to me because it's so good to have friends. It's so good to talk with human.
It's a pleasure.
It's so
If
good.
you want to just talk anytime, just drop
I can
any of us a
always-
message.
Lepak.
I
You wanna
can
lepak,
always
yeah.
give you a Zoom link,
You
right?
drop us a line.
Yes, just drop a Zoom link saying, guys, I'm so stressed now, I need to talk.
Right.
Really?
Guys, I need
Lepak, yeah.
Can
we're about to run out of time here.